On everybody, welcome to the Wager Zone podcast, and we're back with another UFC Fight Night. And I just want to break down the last week's card. Reviewed last week's card. We went 5-4 last week. We had a slight profitable win on the whole card, but man, was I pissed off on those 4 fights, man. I thought Dudakova won the fight. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Maybe I'm biased because I thought Dudakova won the fight. I thought Dudakova beat Sam Hughes. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I thought she actually did. I thought she won the fight. And then Dennis Tululin, you went out there and lost to Cedric Dumbass. Like, you actually went out there and lost to him. I said the only way you would lose is by getting taken down by a guy that has no takedowns. Like, you went out there and actually lost the way that you gave him the win. You literally gave him the win. I don't know. I'm not going to get too mad about that one. Like, bro, you're dead to me, Dennis Tululin. I'm never betting you again. Like, ever. You're probably going to get dropped from the UFC, so I don't even have to worry about betting your dumbass in the UFC. I'm calling you dumbass now. You are now the dumbass for losing to dumbass. I know, guys. I am too hurt by this. I know I need to calm down, but it's like, you lost to a woman beater. This guy can't really actually win fights, in my opinion. Like, he wins in the UFC, like, sometimes. Don't get me wrong, Cedric Dumbass. But it's like, you had the tools to beat this guy, and you went out there and lost because you're just a dumbass. I'm not going to take too much into that, guys. I'm not even going to vent. I was mad about that one. The one I was more mad about was Bedoya. The judges robbed me on the Bedoya fight last week, guys. I thought Bedoya won the second round. We took the plus 3.5. We just needed him to win one of the rounds on all 3 judges' scorecards. And you know what happened? One of the judges gave him the second round. The other 2 didn't. The other 2 scored at 30-27. I was just sitting here like, are you fucking kidding me? I thought Bedoya won the second round. All right, guys. I'm going to stop venting about last week. I want you guys to I have one more. Jordan Vucenich's coach. You lost your fighter to the fight. I will tell you right now, it is 1-1 going into that 3rd round, and you tell your fighter he is up 2-0. He goes out there, tries to coast, and he loses the fight in his UFC debut against Guram Kutateladze, a good fighter. He could have set him up, so he could have set himself up great, but your dumbass coaching ruined that win for your fighter. I took a plus 200 underdog play on him. I thought it was a good spot. It looked like a good spot. It was tied 1-1 going into the 3rd round. Oh, but then the coach went out there and told, hey, bro, you're up 2-0. Coast. You got this. Just don't get knocked out. And you know what happened? He went out there and did exactly what you said. He just coasted and didn't get knocked down. He lost the fight 2-1 because you told him he was up 2-0. Nah, I'm done, guys. I'm done venting on this. I'm done venting. I'm over it. It's going to a new week. We had some good reads on this week. I'm actually pretty confident in these plays. A lot of them actually look like greasy plays, but I'm actually really confident in this. So hopefully we do have a good week. I'm not going to come out here. I don't want to say I'm really confident in this and then we go out here and lose every single bet. But my guys, we're going to have a clean sweep. I have a feeling, bro. I have a feeling. We're going to talk us up. We have a feeling. We're going to do this. Let's get into the first fight. Stephanie Luciano versus Alencar. This is the rematch, guys. This is a rematch from the Dana White's Contender Series where it was a very boring fight, and Alencar won the first 2 rounds by just ground control and takedowns, and then Stephanie Luciano actually won the 3rd round 10-8 because Alencar gassed out. And honestly, I see this fight going the way where the last fight ended in a draw, but I see this fight ending where Luciano actually gets the win. I think Luciano actually is going to be able to stop the takedowns and probably keep the fight standing, piece up Alencar from the outside, and end up winning a decision victory. I'm not going to be placing a bet on Stephanie Luciano, but I'm going to be adding this into a parlay piece. This fight is going to be a part of 2 parlay pieces. I'm going to have a part of 2 different parlays, so hopefully this fight actually cashes. What I'm going to be taking in the parlay piece for this is going to be over 2.5. I do think the over 2.5 is going to hit. Like I said, I think it's going to go to decision. Either way, Talita Alencar is going to take her down and just hold ground control for 3 rounds, or Stephanie Luciano is going to keep the fight standing and just jab her on from the outside for 3 rounds. Or it could go both ways where we get another one where it's back and forth, and maybe we get another draw, or maybe we get a split decision here where Stephanie Luciano wins a split decision or Alencar wins a split decision. But either way, guys, I think this fight's going to decision. But I'm going to take the over 2.5 because it saves you the extra 2.5 minutes. Because last time, if you watched the fight, Stephanie Luciano was putting it on Alencar at the end of that 3rd round. So if Stephanie Luciano goes out there and gets a finish at the end of the 3rd round, we're still good because we just took the over 2.5. So as long as that over 2.5 hits, guys, we are fine. This is going to be the first leg of 2 different parlays. So I'll let you guys know what it's going to be in with this fight. So yeah, guys, it's going to be. Guys, this is one I'm actually really confident in. This is going to be the second leg of one of the parlays I'm putting with the over 2.5. This fight's going to be Yusuf Zalal taking off Jarno Aarons. I'm going to be taking Yusuf Zalal on this one. I actually think he can win this fight any way he wants to. I think he can win this fight standing. I think he can kick this fight on the ground. I think he can win this fight all 3 rounds by just total domination from anywhere he wants to. I'm going to be parlaying this with over 2.5. I'm going to be taking a shot as well, a small wager on Yusuf Zalal by submission, because the only way Jarno Aarons wins this fight is by a striking battle. I still think Yusuf Zalal has a better striking, but if Yusuf Zalal goes out there and tries to strike with Jarno Aarons, I just think that gives Jarno Aarons actually a chance to get a puncher chance to win. But I think Yusuf Zalal is going to go out there and make this quick money, guys. I think he's going to go out there and just be smart, go out there and get a quick takedown, go for some submissions, maybe drop some ground and pound and just feed him into a submission where he takes his back, gets a rear naked choke, or takes the arm, gets an arm bars, or somewhere along those lines. I'm very confident in Yusuf Zalal. I'm going to be adding him to the over 2.5 parlay with the first fight of the night, and I'm going to be also taking a small wager on him to win by submission. Is going to be a tale of actually 2 different styles with Jonathan Deniz and versus Carl Williams. Jonathan Deniz is going to want to keep this fight standing up. He hits really hard. He's a good kickboxer. He's just trying to keep this fight at distance, throw some leg kicks, and end up knocking you out with some hard shots from the outside. And where someone with Carl Williams, he's going to end up trying to shoot takedowns nonstop. He doesn't care what you guys think about boring fight. He doesn't care what Dana White thinks about a boring fight. He doesn't care what his own family thinks about a boring fight, guys. He's here to win. He doesn't care what any of you guys think. He doesn't care, guys. When I'm seeing Carl Williams is going to go out there and shoot takedown after takedown after takedown and probably win a boring ass fight. So I'm going to be taking Carl Williams in this. I'm not going to be taking him straight up on the money line. If you guys do have this bet, this is the bet I'm going to be taking. If not, take the money line. He's a minus 200. I think it's actually a pretty confident play. The only way he loses this fight is if Deniz can stop a takedown. But if you see Deniz against Austin Lang last time, he was getting taken down easily. So someone with Carl Williams that has the wrestling credentials he has, I think he's going to go out there and get takedowns with ease, dominate this fight by top control, and probably win a decision victory. But the bet I'm going to be taking is Carl Williams and over 1.5 rounds. That line is set at a minus 110. It makes the line so much better, guys. If you think Carl Williams is going to win this fight, he's going to win by decision. I don't see him knocking out Jonathan Deniz at all or even submitting him. But that's why I think the over 1.5 is almost a lock, plus with Carl Williams winning. If a guy's a minus 205 and you think he's going to win a decision victory, just take him to win in the over 1.5 rounds. You get that almost to even money down to a minus 110, guys. So yeah, that's going to be the bet for this one. We're going to be taking Carl Williams in over 1.5. This is going to be the second leg of another parlay with the other women's fight. We're going to be parlaying the other women's fight over 2.5 with this fight with Kara Hosa and Penny Kianza to go to this fight to go to decision. Kara Hosa usually has this fight. Usually a lot of fights go to decision. She usually just tries to hold top control and just dominate on the ground. And I do think this is going to be a really back and forth fight where we could actually see a split decision in this one. If you guys want to go and throw us money on the split decision on either side of these girls, I think that's actually a great spot, knowing this, like, it's going to be a really high odds for you guys. But the bet I'm going to be taking on this one, guys, is the fight to go to decision. I'm going to be parlaying that with the over 2.5 in the first female fight. And you guys are going to be noticing that over with my bets over the time you guys come back. I'm going to be parlaying a lot of the women over 2.5 and fight to go to decisions. 80% of these women fights, guys, go to decision. And if a fight is like 80% sure to go to a decision, why not make it as a parlay piece? Like it's almost a for sure victory. Like I said, there are those 20% times where it does get finished, where you know what fighters to go for when it's going to get finished. But yeah, like 80% of the time, these female fighters end up going to decision. So like I said, I'm going to be parlaying this fight to go to decision with the over 2.5 in the first fight of the night with the other female fight. That line comes out to a minus 167, and I think that's also a great line, guys. Like I said, 80% of these women fights go to decision, minus 167, shoot it all day. This fight is going to be Kazama taking on Grigoriou, and I think I pronounced those right. Hopefully I pronounced those right, but this fight, I'm not going to take too long in it. I'm not going to have too much investment into this fight. I've seen that Kazama has no chin whatsoever, guys. When I say he has no chin, he got knocked out by Garrett Armfield. And everybody knows Garrett Armfield's here to get the decision win. Garrett Armfield doesn't have all the power in the world. And when you go out there and get slept in the first minute and a half by Garrett Armfield, I really question your chin. And you're fighting a guy in Charalampos that hits really, really hard. So yeah, I'm not going to take too long on this. I'm going to be taking a bet on Charalampos by knockout. It's at a plus 110. And I'm going to take a small wager on it. I'm think it's actually a good line for it, guys. Like I said, Kazama has no chin, and when you're fighting against a guy in Charalampos that hits really hard, I'm going to take a shot on it, because all it takes is one punch catches you right in your jaw, and you fall down almost every time you get hit with the punch. So, yeah, guys, give me Charalampos via knockout in this fight. I'm going to be taking a small wager on this. Guys, this is going to be another women's MMA fight. I'm not going to take too long on this. It's going to be another one. It's going to be a first leg of a parlay piece that we're going to be putting with the main event of the night. We're going to be taking the over 2.5 in this fight. Like I said, 80% of these women fights go to decision. Chelsea Chandler missed weight horribly, guys. I'm talking about she looked horrible. She looked fat. I'm not even gonna lie. She just looked really, really fat on the weigh-in. She looked like she didn't care. She looked like she was just not giving a fuck about the weigh-ins, guys. So it makes me want to go put my money on Yana Santos, just because Chelsea Chandler looked so horrible on the weight. Guys, like when I say go watch the weigh-ins and look how horrible she looked. She missed weight by like 4 or 5 pounds. She looked horrible. But what I'm trying to say is I don't trust Yana Santos like that. Chelsea Chandler might go out there and use her bigness, her big weight, and take her down and hold and win a decision victory. So I'm going to be taking the over 2.5 in this one. Yeah, I don't have a really good read on this. Chelsea Chandler missed weight. She looked horrible, but Yana Santos is probably one of the worst fighters in the whole entire division. So I don't have a read on who's going to win. All I know is I'm taking over 2.5 because I'm pretty confident this fight's going to the decision. That's going to be a first leg of the parlay, and I'll let you know who I put it with in the main event of the night. All right, guys, this is going to be a 2-leg parlay where I'm actually pretty confident in this 2-leg parlay. Don't pay attention to these odds. These odds never came out, guys. Where it says Chris Gutierrez plus 200 and Quang Lee at a minus 245. If I ever seen that line, I would throw the house on this shit, guys. I might end up losing the house. But what I'm trying to say is this line doesn't exist. Chris Gutierrez is a minus 625 favorite. He is a huge favorite. So I don't know what the UFC websites come out here trying to tell you he's a plus 200, because he is not. He is a huge favorite. He's going to be the first leg of a parlay. I think Quang Lee's going to go out there and get totally dominated. I think he's going to go out there and get leg kicked, outstruck, taken down. Whatever he wants to do with Quang Lee, he's going to end up doing to him. But honestly, I think he's going to keep this as a striking battle. I think he's going to kick his leg out, piece him up with some 1-2s, end up knocking him out in the second or third round. I'm very confident in Chris Gutierrez. He was supposed to have a way harder fight than this, but Quang Lee stepped up to the plate, and I think it's a bad plate to step up to, because you're going to get probably beat up in your first UFC fight. So this is going to be a first leg of a parlay. I'm going to be parlaying him with Danny Barlow. I'll just tell you guys right now. I'm going to get into that breakdown next. So yeah, guys, first leg of parlays. All right, guys, this is going to be the second leg of that parlay. Like I said, I'm going to be parlaying him with Danny Barlow. He's going to be fighting Nikolay Vertaniskov. I don't know how to say his name. But, yeah, guys, we're going to be taking Danny Barlow. That left hand from God, like his nickname says. That left hand is from God. This dude hits so damn hard. Josh Quinlan, everybody knows. If you watch Josh Quinlan's fights, he can take a punch and Danny Barlow put it on him, and Josh Quinlan took it as long as he could, but that left hand hit so fucking hard. Like when he says I have a left hand from God, like my nickname is left hand from God, I mean it. Like that's what he means, like dead ass. But yeah, dude, I'm taking Danny Barlow. I think he wins by knockout. I think he's gonna win, literally land that straight left hand down the pipe and end up sleeping Nikolay. It's gonna be a 2-leg parlay with Chris Gutierrez. It's gonna be my most confident parlay of the night. I'm probably gonna have a lot of extra money on that parlay because it's my most confident parlay of the whole entire night. It's gonna be Chris Gutierrez and Danny Barlow in a 2-leg parlay, guys. All right, guys, in this one, this is a fight where I was actually really confident in before weigh-ins. I was going to take Chepe Mariscal to beat Damon Jackson. I was really confident in it. I thought Damon Jackson was going to be levels way below Chepe. But then I looked at weigh-ins, and Chepe looked horrible, guys. He missed weight by 4 pounds. He just looked really lethargic. It looked bad, and I don't want to put my money on someone like that. So it's gonna be a total pass for me in this fight. I was planning on coming on here and telling you guys Chepe is gonna be one of the plays of the whole night. I'm really confident in Chepe. But it seems that time, guys, Damon Jackson looked horrible at the weigh-ins too. He made weight, but he just looked sucked up and horrible. Both these guys looked horrible at the weigh-ins. So yeah, I'm not gonna be taking too much investment in it. I'm just gonna say I do think Chepe is gonna win, but I'm not gonna be betting it just because they both look so. This is going to be the second leg of the parlay. I'm going to be putting with the over 2.5 in the Chelsea Chandler and the Yana Santos fight. In this fight, Marcin Tybura versus Sergey Spivac. This is the main event of the night. This is a rematch, and Yeah, last time Marcin Tybura won the fight, and I think it's gonna end the exact same way. And honestly, I'm not gonna bet who's gonna win this fight because I don't have a really good read on it. I could say Tybura is gonna win by doing the exact same thing he did last time, but I'm going to be taking the over 1.5 in this fight, parlayed with the over 2.5 in that female fight. I think that's like, I know a lot of these plays I'm giving you guys are a lot of safe plays, like a lot of like really like high favorites parlay with 2-leg parlays, but we're here to make money, guys. I'm not here to come out here and be like, oh, I'm picking Marcin Tybura, oh, I'm picking Danny Barlow, oh, I'm picking Yana Santos. Like, if you guys want to just picks of the wins, go and do a pick 'em on ESPN or something like that. But we're here to make money, guys. We're here to find the best bets possible to put together to get you guys the most money. Like I said, guys, I'm putting the over 2.5 with the Yana Santos and Chelsea Chandler fight parlayed with the over 1.5 in this main event with Marcin Tybura, Sergey Spivac, and I'm very confident in it. I do think this fight's probably going to end in a decision or probably a late second or third round finish, somewhere along those lines. This is a 5-round fight, so it could even go longer. But we just need this fight to go over 1.5, and boom, guys, we cash it. And that's gonna be the second leg of the parlay. That's gonna be the last bet of the night, guys. Hopefully you guys win some money on these bets. Come back again next week for our UFC plays. We got all MMA, different types of MMA breakdowns, guys. We do LFA, we do PFL, we do UFC. We're probably gonna start doing. We did an ACA video before. We're probably gonna end up starting to do some other MMA videos as well. I post soccer every day as well, guys. So like the video, subscribe to the page. Come back every single day. Watch my soccer videos. Leave a comment. Let me know if you guys have any bets on this. Bets on these fight card or on this fight card. Let me know if you guys have any bets on this fight card. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about my bets. Check out the description. I'm gonna put all my bets in the description. And yeah, guys, let's make some money. Yeah, I'm out of here, guys. I have nothing else to say. I'm just prolonging this shit. So I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.